A lot of
You know what's really
going
fucking
on.
What's quacking?
Quacking, bro.
Ba, 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 ba.
You know,
I'm
everybody is
trying to
currently connecting at
Almost
their old characters,
there. Good.
which there was
Yeah.
an upgrade and or an update, and it has kind of
Undo.
fucked a lot of things.
Oh no.
Oh, great.
Oh no.
That's
Yeah,
not
all
good.
I did was connect with
great.
my. It says join campaign.
Does it have a character that you can select?
No.
I'm
It
at
just
the
has-
character
it has a
wizard.
campaign that I
I'm not that
we connect to.
yet.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
that far
thinking.
yet.
Oh, I got it.
And then
Oh, there we go.
it says
Okay.
character selection.
For some
from
reason,
event
I think
shows
it's just the characters like shaded in the background, like not being used. Is that a?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing. Like I'm kind of
Yeah,
annoyed
weird.
by it. I don't like it, but
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
Levy.
it says Zardos is in. Yeah, I did not click Ardos.
God, there's so much
Very
talk
weird.
in here.
this is B
What's
Sutton.
going on?
This is B Sutton 1187 is
You
connected
suck,
for.
bro. You're so
for me, not
stinky.
Sarah.
Hey, man, that's rude. Don't
There's
make
a
me
weird
come up
talk
there
in
and tell them to,
What the fuck?
Well, there's a lot of characters in here.
There are. I don't like it.
God,
This
there's so
weird.
much
Weird.
talk.
Being,
Definitely
we-
weird. Anyway to.
Our other.
No, I mean, so we're still
Oh,
using all the
okay.
assets from campaign 1 because I had
Yeah.
so goddamn many that I didn't want to
They don't-
have to piece and parse it through it into campaign 2. But it looks like I might have to if this is going to be a pain in the ass every time.
Well, it's not really affecting anything other than being annoying. Because
Yeah,
it's
it's
not in the
annoying as
combat
fuck.
tracker, but
Yeah,
But it
Steve's
is
up.
kind
It's
of
not
annoying.
Ardos. I'm seeing everybody else. It's just you got a bunch of shadowed figures from campaign 1.
can we kill Steve? Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna run and
No,
grab my coffee.
but you know what we
I'll be right
can
back.
kill? Them D20s rolling for who's telling what happened a month ago.
Oof,
Oh,
that was close.
One.
13.
I'll take a lucky
6.
13,
Oh,
especially with
Steve, 6.
Steve's shit in the bed over there.
Oh, Cornelius. All right. Valandor, where we at?
Valandor,
Right.
Valandor.
You really don't want me to do this because, yeah,
Didn't you do it last time?
I think I did do it last
Well,
I
time.
think you did. Yeah, I think you did
There
get a
are
pass.
notes.
I mean, I didn't say you got a pass. I'm just saying you did it last time.
No, he did it last time. He doesn't have to do it again.
Oh, well, he's lucky then.
We need to see what Valandor does, though, because that'll be the deciding vote on whether Cornelius does it or not.
Now, where is Valandor?
Where's Valandor?
Oh, no.
Valen dorking around.
Is he messing with his dice-ish?
Jack's out.
Is he
I hear
screwing
him.
around with
I
his
think I hear him
stupid
in the
audio?
periph.
Yeah, doing the audio stuff.
Maybe, I'm not sure. No, I know who's doing the audio stuff.
I think it's a bunch of people.
It might be. It might be.
Everybody's on that.
Ooh, I made it.
I got it out of my system.
Gotta roll that d20, Valinor. Valendor.
Valen Whore.
Valinhor. Woohoo! That was so
Yes!
close!
Wow.
That was so
Wow.
close.
Bro, Brad.
Wow,
Sorry.
that's ass away from having some rolly offs. All right, Cornelius, because Steve did do last session, I do remember that. It is on you.
Well, we covered a lot of ground last session.
We did. We
I think
did.
we started off. We were still in the friggin' hole that we went down. We fell down originally. Luckily, Valandor had his patches available.
That's right.
One of which was a ramming rod.
That's what she said.
It may have took a few tries, but we got it. We finally got out. Found some faint glows, that magical light that we so lovingly got to know. Ended up with in a room that had benches, workstations, some armor. There was sigils on the armor. It was pretty wild. Big old centerpiece that was made of metal, lots of tools, maybe some dead things around it. Like there was some weird patching of creatures that was happening here. Yeah, we did find a hole. I sent some lights down and it seemed to be coming up from the bottom. And as we're looking down the friggin' hole, Belivar is talking to us from above because his creatures fucking dug him out. Ended up escaping out of the whole stupid obelisk that he was supposed to be entombed in.
He was probably just stepping out to get some milk. He's just gonna go right back in there.
He
Probably.
maybe he's coming back.
Right.
We didn't wait around to see though.
Somebody's hanging around for 18 years to see if Lord Tarzan Wolvar comes
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
He just got some milk.
But we ended up. We investigated around the room a little bit. There was a unpowered golem. It was huge. Tried to make sense of some sigils. I thought I did a pretty good job. Book that we found seemed to be related to staving off mortality, eternal life, this whole nonsense around living forever. Maybe Belivar was interested in that. Who knows? Yeah. Kind of gave up on that after realizing who had escaped and why he escaped. So we just headed towards Valnoya. We admitted our failures to Lorida, and she also gave us a sending stone so we can keep in touch with her. Luckily, we had another sending stone so we could head on back to Amon. Was not the most exciting ride back. Very somber. We did get back without any issues, though. We went to Jatana's. As we got there, we saw this group of 5 strange people, and we ended up splitting the party. Steve and I went and checked in with Jatana, where the other folks went and followed the group of 5 that was leaving Jatana's kitchen. They're trying to get pretty sneaky, but they end up getting caught. And that's where our story ended for the evening.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So, I was going to recap. We did cover a lot of ground. We did cover quite a bit of ground.
That was so much better than I would have done.
Well done. It probably was. Yeah, it absolutely was. So, not going to lie. So yeah. So, the last time that we left, you brought us, heard someone say, "What you doing?" And that's where we left off.
All right. That's right. Yeah, we were like chasing down the.
Half of the party
it
was
is-
walking down an
Okay,
alleyway.
so-
Correct.
it's like me
Broadus,
and-
Valandor, and Lloyd were following the 5 that came out of Jatana's kitchen. And as you were walking through the crowded area, you saw the 5, and then people kind of cut you off, and then suddenly there were 4, and then there were 3. And at that point in time, Broadus, you suddenly heard in your ear, "What you doing?"
Just out for a stroll. Yourself?
In a completely different voice, you hear, "Who said you could follow us?"
Are
My,
these people that are actually like near me, or am I hearing voices?
Make a perception
Like-
check.
Great question.
How do you do that?
What's in my nearby?
I forgot.
How does one roll for perception?
How does that work?
Not too shabby.
17. There are a lot of people around you. You don't see anyone directly talking to you, especially for it to be as clear as it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have figured out it's in your head. Someone's talking to you right now through a message of some sort.
Okay.
Any squid faces in the area? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, I guess a good question I could say is, what are you doing?
It's about the time you're kind of looking around trying to see who's talking to you that you glance back up and the large half giant pale white individual has turned around completely and is making direct eye contact with you, even though you were deliberately hanging back as you were walking through the streets, but he is stopped all the people walking around him, and he is just making complete eye contact with you, arms crossed. And he shouts, "Hey, newbie, we're not interested in anything you're selling. We just need to get going."
Was he shouting that at him?
At Broadus, yes.
Oh, okay.
And it was a different voice than you'd heard in your
Is
head.
Lloyd kind of next
But this
to
is an
or nearby?
audible voice.
This
like
is
he's
audible.
actually
He's
speaking.
shouting
Yeah.
over. He has his arms crossed, verbalizing this, looking directly into your eyes, and as stone cold as a statement as it could be, he says that to you.
Perhaps we could help you. Where are you going? We noticed that you were leaving.
He rolls his
tavern.
eyes. He turns back around and he waves his hand and he says, "Bravo! Stop messing with this guy, please. Can you just let's go?" And you see out of the corner of your eye the blue and gold bird man was sitting down next to you on the other side of the street, not next to you, but up on one of the sides of the street, and he was just looking at you, and he gives you a little wave of his finger and kind of a little bit of a salute, and he stands up and walks away, and you get the vibe that that was the individual that was talking in your head.
So I get
and
an
they
idea that
continue
want me
walking.
to-
They did not pay attention to a word you were saying. As soon as you started talking and trying to talk with them, the Goliath rolled his eyes, turned around, and walked away, and just kind of gave a signal. And then you start to see the other four start to move. It was a tiefling, a female tiefling. It was the bird, man, bird, whichever it may be.
Bird person.
Bird person. Yes. Bird person.
Very inclusive.
Very, very inclusive. It wasn't a bird woman, that's for sure. Well, you're not sure. You're not quite sure how to sex a bird person, but
In bird language, that's what we call a
I can
dick
figure out a way to
move.
sex a bird. person.
yeah, I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could.
Roll for
Challenge
initiative.
accepted.
Yeah, roll for initiative. Yeah, exactly. Make a nature check for me. But
Animal handling.
Jesus Christ. Fucking shit. All right, we've devolved into many, many, many things.
This one is
But
definitely not
there's
going to
another
upload
a half orc individual. He's actually rolling 9. You don't
Oh,
fucking know. You don't know. Don't test your luck. That
It's
size
a
of a
bird.
beak.
They have a
No
clay
chance in
gun.
hell.
That size of a beak. Don't mess with that.
Oh.
But the tiefling, the half giant, the bird person, the there's a half orc as well that is adorned in leathers and what appears to be ram horns on his shoulders, and then a short little individual with a cover across his face, clad in complete black and red leathers. And they all form back up around the Goliath and keep moving away from you down the street. The tiefling female turns her head back over and says, Go talk to Jitana. Just get your next job. We're on our own."
Okay, nice to meet ya. We all think you're dicks, though.
The tiefling just doesn't even look at you and flips you the bird as she continues walking forward.
I love your loot.
See, dicks.
The bird does turn around and give you a big wave, though.
I wave ecstatically at the bird.
We're very curious about this bird thing. So
Weird person.
And give him the radio
All right.
signal of call me.
So do you guys think that we should head back to Chitana's and leave these guys alone and maybe
Yeah, we
ask
probably
her
should.
what's going
I
on?
guess so. Unless you guys want to hit up a bar or something and just, not go back for a little bit. So
Well, Chitana kind of has
I mean,
a bar.
Chitana has a bar.
yeah, but she also gives us work. At least a different bar we could drink without being told to do shit. But all right, I'll come.
I will say this: we have split the party, and even though we are in a town,
All right, I do
we should
miss.
probably get back.
I do miss Cornelius.
Suddenly, 8 shadows. I'm just kidding.
Oh come
Oh,
on! I was
fuck.
ready to fight.
Yeah.
Lloyd's like drink or fight, one or the other. Let's go.
The whole crowd just turns and looks at you.
And they all just point,
once.
and their eyes roll in the back of their heads, and their mouths open up like a gape.
Yeah, let's go back.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Fine.
That actually happens, by the way. So you're just
No,
walking through a lot of people shrieking at you. No, I'm just kidding.
Cool.
All right.
Sorry to.
Yep, I'd still be
interrupt you
walking.
guys.
Probably a little
Where am
faster.
I?
Awkward. Super awkward.
Just some awkward silence. It's fine.
Do I see Brogger? He's on the list up here. He might be out there somewhere.
He might be. He's in the shadows, literally,
He's
right now. Can't see
Definitely
him.
not wanting to work.
Just, memories.
He's in the shadows
turned into
crying
a
for his
bird person.
axe.
Yeah, I'm figuring out how to make
Hey.
those fuckers go away. Who wants to see them
It's
again?
not my fault.
Come on now.
We were friends.
I know.
That axe was not your friend.
Whatever, bro.
Oh. Anywho. So, you're all heading back to Chitana's then, are you?
Yep.
10-4.
No
we
more party
understood
split?
who they were, but we took some mental pictures for later if we need them. So
Yeah, I
I
did.
guess the reason why we wanted to follow them to begin with was that we thought that they may have caused Chitana
they-
some harm,
Right,
or
yeah.
we weren't really sure who they were.
they did look shifty, right?
Well, they definitely stood out.
And the Birdman was like super interesting. Like we had to pursue that.
And then the pale white giant guy.
I mean, he did have a sexy loot, so
Yeah, we almost got a sexy loot.
Yeah. What can I say? All right, so we're heading back to Chitana's. You walk on back down the couple blocks you traversed before being found out and called out. And you stroll back into the kitchen, push the heavy doors open, and you're back. And you see in there Steve and Cornelius sitting at the bar with Chitana behind it. And
Steve gives the curtain on.
well, Chitana said, "Oh, you boys met one of the other teams, did you?"
Yeah, we're a little sad we're like not your only team because we wanted to be, but I guess we understand. So.
I mean, he's sad.
Chitana just laughs. She's like, "Oh, Lloyd, trust me, jealousy is not going to get you very far here. If you thought you're the only group of butchers that I had, you're sorely mistaken. So please,
Speaking
please,
of
by no
butchering,
offense."
though, we did do some butchering of pseudo plans recently. So
Pseudo plans?
no, I mean there was nothing that you told us to do, right? So I guess we're in the clear. Never mind. Don't even worry about it.
Okay. No, she looks over at the rest of the group. You know what the hell he's talking about? I mean, Steve and Cornelius gave me a rundown of the necromancer drama that you guys ran into.
Yeah. That was it.
But boys, you understand? Please understand that I had no idea that was going down there. It genuinely was supposed to be a relaxing trip. Like, it was supposed to be have a lot of cheese, climb a lot of mountains, climb whatever the hell that thing is up there, the spire thing. But
We did climb the spire, and there was a lot of cheese.
We saw a lot of people die to that cheese.
yeah,
Yeah,
I heard.
it's in my head.
I heard.
A little rough.
I had no idea that would happen. I mean, in hindsight, that was a terrible decision to make that type of a thing. But you know,
I really wanted the cheese though. That's the bad part.
Yeah. cheese is good.
Do we get
this is gonna sound weird, but did it smell good?
It smelled
Sometimes.
delicious.
I mean,
So
there was
it
a
did.
moment where it probably didn't, but we were gone by then.
The entire
block out the
town
streams.
smelled
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Which actually made it more terrifying.
I get it. I get
It's
it.
like
trust me.
fondue like you'd never seen before. Let's not do
I
that.
get it,
More like
yeah.
fondue.
And then you get
It's definitely a fun time, Valentor.
Do we get the idea
guys.
that she's not being truthful with us?
roll
And
an
what
insight
was
check.
supposed to be an R&R?
Roll an insight check.
How insightful do we feel?
I feel
Not that
somewhat
insightful.
Insightful.
Yeah,
I feel
mean,
Smidge.
kind of feel a little
She-
bit insightful.
Jatana has never steered you wrong before, even though you've only known her for about a month or so at this point in time, maybe a little over. She hasn't steered you wrong before, and she knows that you know at least that the job that you did prior to that got you onto the path of that was a pretty big deal. So you don't really have any reason to think differently.
That's a big 10-4.
So yeah, there was that thing with the whole necromancer thing, but you know, we're good.
Yeah, and it sounds like that's going to be a bigger thing too. But
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it's not our bigger thing until someone comes asking about it. So
That's
Exactly.
right. Straight cash, homie.
exactly, that's what I'm talking about, boys. That's what
We're
I'm
okay
talking
with
about. I'm
that.
glad you're picking up. Elias kind of gave me the lowdown and gave me this book. To take this off our hands in case, it's hot for some reason. And
sense.
I'm going to give it a little bit of a look-see and see what's up. And maybe in the morning come back and see me, and we'll see what happens. Okay?
Hey, thanks, Chitana.
Thanks.
You got it, boys. And she wraps her knuckles on the bar top and heads back into the back. At this point in time, it's probably about what time did we say it was? It's probably about mid-afternoon by the time you made it back. A couple hours trip back from the mountains back down. It was probably about 2 or 3 o'clock.
Bar still open?
Always. Well, not always. They
Yeah.
close down naturally, but for y'all, yeah.
Love it. Still drinking.
Get some drinks and foods.
Grab. You actually are comfortable enough now to politely go behind the bar and not just like butt people out of the way and grab your own beer, but if there's nobody around and you're comfortable enough at the place that you can go pour your own beer, and Jatana's not going to give a shit.
Oh,
Definitely doing that.
Own the place is what you're saying.
You are a part of the team,
Right.
I don't even know what they look like.
but know that if you're behind the bar and a customer comes in, you're
We
a part of
serve
the
them?
team, and you're going to have to probably serve them too. Yeah,
Yeah,
if nobody's out there.
They'll leave fast, don't worry, given our service.
That actually sounds like a lot of fun.
Does it?
It's like Cheers, except you slaughter people.
Do we get the tips?
Alright, I like this. This sounds like my kind of thing.
What y'all doing? So you have the afternoon,
Well,
evening to
We might as well
yourselves in the city of
relax a
Amman.
little. How we
Anybody
doing
wanna
on
play some
supplies?
dragon
Are we
chess?
good on supplies, or do we pick up anything we need to
I'll show you
sell?
some dragon chest. Or dragging my nuts across your chest.
Hey.
Ooh, don't tempt me with a good time, sir.
It's Tim's now.
Mm.
You can see the relationship is blossoming.
No,
Very
my
good.
character started off with this dragon chess set, and I don't really know much about it, but I've got this
Oh,
dragon
you've
chess
got one. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do we don't need supplies? I guess we're good.
That's up to
The
you.
only person who doesn't need supplies is asking the rest. Because I don't have.
I
any,
don't.
I don't have any magic, so yeah.
Nope, I do not need supplies.
Yeah, I mean, Steve doesn't need anything. He's still looking for a bow, but that can be
Another time.
We got time. Trying to find one.
I mean,
Is there a glorious goods around here somewhere?
Is there a branch of the Gilmore variety?
Yeah.
There may be a branch.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, it's the home office of Gilmore's Glorious Goods.
You might have some stuff for us.
Well,
there might
well.
be a side quest or something we could pick up.
We should
You
go
can certainly
see.
you can certainly go and see. You have not yet met him, so this is a little meta gaming from campaign 1.
No,
but you
no,
have
no.
not
I don't
yet
even know who we're
met
talking
him.
about. I
But
just
if
Well,
you're
yeah, I
looking
don't
for
know.
magical items,
it's a
you
shopkeeper.
certainly can try
What's
to
our
go to Gilmore's
see.
Glorious Goods.
gold count?
I mean, I guess I was just saying.
I
Is
think
that,
I went there for supplies already.
yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I thought we
Yeah,
picked up
we actually
some
did go to supplies
magical
there
stuff.
already.
That's right. You did.
we did.
did.
We met him, but I don't think we talked too much.
Surface level, you know?
Yeah.
Surface
we don't know
level
who he
stuff.
is.
Starting
Yeah,
off
it's a
a little
surface.
bit.
I mean, I got a pearl and I got a couple other things from him. So
What we said, I got about 500 gold. Not that I'm thinking that's gonna be enough or anything. but-
sucks to suck.
Hey, what do you got, gold man?
I got 1,400, bitch.
That's because we're sharing gold, aren't we?
What?
What?
Yeah, that's
No.
like half mine.
Uh-uh.
All of that's mine. Pretty sure that's mostly mine.
Hey, I'm the one who got the patch. No one else wanted the patch jacket. It's not my fault. I rolled a shit ton of value. So, suck it.
Oh, so you're not sharing, is what you're saying?
No.
Got
Why
it.
would he
Why-
share?
Why would I
I
share?
don't know. I mean,
You were untrustworthy.
Yeah.
I've not stolen at least in the last session, probably.
Has anybody stolen anything here?
No.
I
don't think- I don't think at all.
Not
no.
intentionally. No.
Not even last campaign. I don't think.
I don't think anybody stole
Well, I
anything.
mean, we all stole a
No.
book from a conclave.
we
did
did.
not?
Yes.
Oh
yeah. Also,
that's true.
Yes,
Okay.
we did
False.
I mean,
Yeah,
that was
is-
pretty steely, right?
Yeah, we had that
feels
caper.
steely.
Just
I mean, that was a quest to steal something, though. Like that was part of the.
I'm pretty sure we had
I don't
options.
think we had.
I don't think we had.
There were some repercussions.
There were ways that we could have
That's
accomplished.
probably a better way to do
Not-
it.
Like,
I mean, mostly we got a shit ton of good rolls and allowed us to steal it, and that's
That
what
was
really
amazing.
happened. So, but yes, we stole one thing
Yeah,
at
we
least.
haven't
we
stole,
absolutely stole shit.
but we were not like thieves, like we
I
that
mean,
was-
currently our
I mean, you took
current
something, then you give it
profession
back.
is,
So
I'd say our profession
Well-
currently is like on the fringe of thievery / thuggery. So, like, I'd be okay if Chitana said, "Let's go steal." So,
All right. So what's next?
are we going to the goods, or I mean, I don't need to buy anything. I was just making a suggestion. So,
I believe there was a request. Yeah.
Yeah, we were going shopping. So I mean,
Alright,
all it is we're just going
Might
shopping.
might as well.
Steve goes
We go
over
looking.
to Steve
Ever
goes
heard
over
Slut?
to Lloyd and reaches into his pocket and hands him the ring, knowing that it would be better in his hands now that we are out of danger
One
than
The
Cock
one
ring?
ring? You're giving me the one ring?
the ring of invisibility, you
You're
moron.
trying to get me to,
As
fall
you
for the
remember.
Dark Lord?
Hey, I got a
Yeah.
cool joke
I mean,
for you.
technically, that
These
was a ring of
nuts!
invisibility for Bilbo. So you're
Right,
not.
right.
I don't.
Not wrong.
So
don't
thank
think these are
you.
the same.
I don't think I have anything you would want, but I'll check my inventory. I have a quarterstaff. No. I got playing cards. You want to playing cards?
I don't need anything else. You're just.
You want the jumpy thing? You want the jumpy thing?
The jumpy thing? What
Yeah.
jump? The ability to
Allows
jump.
me to jump high. You could have that if you want.
No,
No, you gave that back,
Steve could
didn't
use
you?
to be able to jump. I mean,
Who did we? No. Who did I take? Did I give it back to Jutana? I thought
What,
we
the,
won that.
The ring? No.
Oh yeah, no,
Not
you can
the-
keep that one. Sorry.
The jumpy ring. I can give that to.
No, you have that.
Okay, I'll give that. I'll do that trade. I'll give that to Steve,
I'm not
and I'll
saying
take his
trade,
invisibility.
the ability to jump and be invisible could be just as useful.
I don't know. Is that two things I have to attune to though, Brian? I don't really know.
If you're taking both rings,
Right.
it should say in the inventory here.
I don't know.
If the ring of invisibility it does require attunement, so you'd have to those would be the two things you can attune to.
Yeah, I'll give you the jumpy thing, and you can get away from things, Ben. You can like jump up on shit if you want to.
I'm saying like I still don't
Yeah, I
think it
don't
would be
want-
a bad idea.
Okay,
you to be the
whatever. I
most-
guess I'll keep both for now. But if you want the
The
jumpy
most
thing, you can.
acrobatic and sneaky person in the group.
Yeah, I
to
know.
be
All right.
Jumpy and sneaky.
Then I guess I need a bow now because you know.
All right.
Do I have throwing knives? I might have throwing knives.
I
What
You
can-
is-
have throwing stuff. I
What's your
believe.
acrobats
something
at?
like that.
What's your
Mine
modifier?
it's +7.
Jeez.
My athletics is +2, so slightly better. But athletics, yeah, definitely acrobatic for sure. All right.
All right.
Well, we'll thank you, sir. If you wish to take the jumpy thing from me at a later point, Mr. Steve, you can request it. But for the time being, I'll hang on to him.
I still think it's the best option. To
I know.
have
I got your
sneaky-
message. Let's go to the place and buy shit, maybe. Thank you,
Sneaky
sir.
and things.
Much appreciated.
If you want to pay for
Alright.
my bow, you can do that.
I don't really have enough to pay for a bow for myself, let alone you. But we'll see what happens.
All right. Yeah, are you all heading out? You still chit-chatting?
Shopping.
Nope. I think we're shopping. Time to
Black
hit
Friday.
the market.
All right, hit it up. So you head over to the back over to Gilmore's Glorious Goods. You walk in, you're immediately hit with the smell of sandalwood, and the floating candles greet you in a dim light. And there is the standard half-elf individual, Sherry, behind the little desk there. She looks up and welcomes you back. I said, "What interests you today?"
Steve's looking for a bow.
Yeah, Steve walks up, says, "Hey, what kind of archery equipment do you have? Short bow, long bow? Looking to get into archery."
Well, this isn't normally a standard weapons place, so just in general, we don't often operate as an armory. But this item is called what's known as an oath bow. And as
Steve likes the
you
sound of that.
as you aim down the sights, this creature becomes your most hated enemy.
Oh, shit.
And this individual takes more damage from you until they are defeated.
Are
And then
they
the next
aware
one
of
moves
the?
over.
Does it like affect them in any way?
I
Or
haven't
just-
attuned to it, but it's it seems to be a pretty deadly thing in the right hands.
So that probably runs about what 200 to 300 gold max. I mean, it can't be more.
And she
than that, right?
laughs. She laughs. Seriously, no, that's
Well,
wrong.
we just thought we'd try. So, how much do you want for this lovely bow, madame? Since
It'd be
it's
about 3,500 gold.
right. So I'm gonna go use your bathroom, and I'll think about it.
She brings it out. She says, "Oh, well, if you're interested, just see what exactly it is that you would be taking home with you today." And she goes in the back, and as Lloyd goes to the bathroom,
they're like, hey, just
and,
test drive it. You won't like
she comes
it.
back out with what appears to be so the handle of it is a golden shaft, and it appears to have like a combination of it's like an ivory color, but the design of it is like a flowy dolphin's back. And it has gold inlays throughout, and it looks like it has two large golden coins or tokens in the at the top and bottom of the handle, and the string is golden. It is a pretty impressive looking bow.
So Lloyd drools a little bit, checks into his little pocketbook here and sees 514 gold and says, okay, sure. I'll give you all my gold for that.
And Steve looks at that. He also only has 522 gold.
Nah, we're good, madame. We appreciate the consideration, but we're
Okay.
broke as fuck. So
How much is that?
Okay.
Bow?
Man, I have this jumping ring, but I don't think it's worth as much as that. If you, wanted to look at a trade, and I pull out the jumping ring and kind of show it off. But that's the only other thing I have of any value that I could part with. But
he looks at it. Ring of jumping, you say? And may I see it? Confirm.
Yeah, sure. There you go.
We do barter here. We do trade.
Yeah, I figured you might consider.
Her eyes flash as she identifies it. She says, "Okay, truthful. I do appreciate that. It doesn't sound like you have the money to cover the expenses, but I could knock 1,500 off of this for
That's very
trade.
generous. Very generous.
So it'd be this ring plus 2,000.
All right. So unless you guys got more, that's the only thing I can do to contribute. But I think we're probably good. So.
Okay.
I have a standard longsword that I could sell to you.
And she just kind of chuckles. She's like, "We could talk enchantment, but I have no need of a standard longsword. You may want to check the armors down the roads."
Steve
Yeah,
looks
not a
at
bad
her and looks at the bow and says, "So obviously we aren't coming in here with a lot of money, but we do have a various set of skills that can get things done around the city. Is there anything that you need done? Anything at all that would require people like ourselves? I mean, looking at this place, it looks like a bus stop, but we're pretty useful."
She looks you all up and down and says, "There are various." No, I did mention that we do enchant. There are various things that we could use from time to time that aren't quite easy to get a hold of. So, give me time. Let me get a list together. And if you can deliver some of the things on this list, we could talk about repayment in ways, gold and otherwise.
Okay.
We will come back for that list.
Okay. And the worst case scenario is you don't come back at all and you don't get anything. So
That is
I have
fair.
no problem giving you this list.
Understood.
All right.
Good window shopping.
Anything else for you?
Do you need anything over there,
What are you
Valandor?
saying, Valandor?
I have a crossbow. Because I don't like the whole drawing thing. Do you have any coolish crossbows? I'm assuming they're gonna be super expensive.
Everything here is pretty pricey. Like, you have the standard potions and things like that. If you're interested in looking at potions of healing or potions of insert blank, they do have those. But this is more of a
Upper
higher end
echelon.
magical shop. Yeah.
That's fair. Nope, that's fair. Are we doing good on potions? I think we are. I don't think we used many last time.
No, I have 6 healing.
Oh,
One
I
greater
think we're doing
healing.
okay. I think we're doing okay on that.
Okay.
you say you still have quite a bit, Valandor?
Yeah, I have 6 potions of healing and 1 potion of greater healing.
Okay. Yeah, we should talk about that because I tend to get in trouble when I
Yeah.
used a few.
Yeah, you need a few.
I thought I had some potions, but I guess I don't anymore.
I also have a
one
longsword +1.
potion of healing. I've
I'm
got one
using-
potion of healing.
She looks over at you, Cornelius, and says, "Trouble staying on your feet?"
At times, indeed, it seems to be the case.
She
He's,
says,
he makes himself a hardy target.
she
Maybe
says,
small, but I make a big target. He's right.
I know you all tend to be short on funds right now, but I recognize that there's a ring involved here that you would be willing to part with.
Yeah,
I might have
yeah.
something that may help you,
Okay,
if you give me a second.
for sure.
She goes
If
into
there's
the
anything
back.
we have, it's time.
She comes back and has, after a couple minutes, has a small wooden box. It's very elegantly designed, crafted, very neatly chiseled, very ornate looking. And she opens it up, and there is a series of stones of unique shapes and colors. Not rough or anything. They're very, very elegantly designed and very exact in their points, or very exact in their spherical nature. And she says, I imagine that you are a practitioner of the arcane. And if so, you have heard of something called an Ioun stone.
You are correct. I do practice in the arcane. However, this Ioun stone seems new to me.
Well, an Ioun stone can come in many shapes, forms, and powers. And it's named after the god of knowledge and prophecy, revered in some areas of the world, the god Ioun. And the various stones, as I said, they have different powers. There is one here, and she picks up a rose-colored prism. And she says, attune to this, and this is an Ioun stone of protection.
Okay.
And it will make you, as long as you're attuned to it, a little more difficult to hit.
That seems fair.
I do appreciate that.
How-
What was the price
How much
for
more
this
difficult?
again?
I would trade this stone for that ring. No gold exchanged.
Okay.
How do we
And
feel
what this
about-
stone
more
does,
difficult.
this stone gives you a +1 bonus to AC while you're attuned to it.
Oh.
Okay. Not bad.
Shabby.
Lloyd, how do you feel about this? It is your ring that you're giving up.
I know, and you're not giving me anything. I'm noticing. This is disconcerting.
Yeah,
Lloyd isn't always the nicest
access-
of guys, but he's
What do
thinking about it.
gemstones
to
do?
the arcane. I'll help you out.
Well, that's true. All right. I don't think I need 2 rings. I think I can get by with just invisibility. I will go ahead and pass this over so that Cornelius can get a little beefier.
We do need him to be just any,
He is our bullet magnet. He needs to deflect more instead of take.
so squishy.
So yeah,
All
Lloyd
right.
hands over his jumping.
And she takes the ring of jumping from you. I will remove that from your inventory. And I will put into Cornelius's inventory an Ioun Stone of Protection.
Nice.
What do the other stones do? Because they sound fancy.
What's that bump your AC to be their There.
Baseline that would get my AC to 13.
Woohoo!
Not bad.
Every little bit helps,
Much
man.
better than 12. Yeah.
Better than 12.
Mhm.
Steve giggles a little bit.
There are a handful of different varieties of Ioun stones.
You got a lot of colors in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ones. It's a very, very pretty box that she has, and it doesn't look like these would ever be combined in any sort of way from like a necklace variety at all, because they are so different looking. Some of them are like white long crystals that come to a fine point, octagonal prisms that come to a point. Some of them look like rhomboids. Some of them are perfectly spherical. Just very random, but very geometric at the same time. There's a marbled pink and green sphere that's in there. There's a green prism that sits there. There's a pale blue rhombus that sits there. Do you attune to this, Cornelius, by the way?
Yeah, I would attune to it.
Okay. While you're sitting there thinking on it, and everybody else is kind of looking through the shop, the stone again, this rose prism, this dusty grayish rose prism, elevates and begins to rotate and orbit your head. So you have this stone that is just slowly orbiting your head.
Really?
As you finally attune to it,
and gently touches the stone rotating. See if
it continues on its path. It kind of vibrates as though it's been shaken a little bit, but it continues on its rotation around his head.
Steve looked down at Cornelius. He's like, "That's pretty cool."
Yeah, didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a true spender, Sherry looks at you.
Yes.
There are several here that have immense power. Also comes with a little bit greater cost. But if there's any of you that feel like you need to be a little bit stronger, these are not all arcane focused.
I'm having an issue when I feel like we're about to go into a battle. I just don't feel very motivated. Like I lack initiative. I wonder if you have anything for that.
The little blue stone. You just take it right before.
For about 4 hours. If any longer, then you have to go see take a potion of healing.
There is an Ioun stone for that. It is a bit pricier, but there is one that is the Ioun Stone of Agility. It is the deep red sphere she picks up. This deep colored red sphere, and from a gameplay perspective, it increases your dexterity score by 2 when you attune to it.
Jeez.
How much is that?
That is 3,000 gold.
Never mind.
Yeah,
What
you're getting pricey.
What about that
She,
strike
Walked
one?
out the door.
She heard the comments and recognized the price and recognized a potential deal.
Is there a potential deal to
But
get stronger?
there are other things. She holds up any magic casters in the room, other than our newest
Other
owner of an
stone
Ioun
owner.
Stone.
Steve
What?
raises
I
his
dabble a
hand.
little.
I also
What if one is master over all stones? How does that feel? Does that feel pretty good?
That one's
Well,
$1 billion gold.
There's quite a bit of attunement that would take place to be able to master all the stones, and you don't quite look like type.
Someday.
But should you come across a pile of gold, you may want this one. And she pulls up a vibrant purple gem. This prism, she says, is an Ioun Stone of Reserve. And she tells you that this can store magical spells.
Oh.
So you can pump it full of spells and get extra spells each day.
When you say pump it.
So you utilize your unused spell slots at the end of the day into the stone, and you get extra castings of those spells that you stored into the stone.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Up to how many?
It can store up to 3 levels worth of spells at a time.
Sure.
That's
and
awesome.
It contains a set level of levels of stored spells chosen by me. So I would have to roll for that.
Gotcha. What's the price on that? A pile of gold?
6,000.
About strength.
Really motivating me to make a lot of gold.
That's the point of salesmanship.
Time to get back to work.
While we're pricing things out and looking at cool stones, are there anything around wisdom?
Is there one around wisdom? There absolutely is. And she picks up a small, about the size of a BB, a little bit bigger than a BB. Say like maybe a gumball, a gobstopper, something like that. And it is this incandescent blue. It does the same thing. It is an Ioun Stone of Insight. And it as well is 3,000 gold.
Got it. Okay.
That's so cheap,
I
dude.
really appreciate you. First of all, trading for this great stone of protection and allowing us to understand what your wares look like and how valuable they are.
We aim to please and
String?
obviously repeat customers, so we're here. I'd like to encourage repeat visitors.
Yeah, we'll be back. Don't you worry. When we're less poor, obviously, but
And again, we do have a number of other things at any given time. We don't have a set stock of things at any given time. We currently have these Ioun Stones. I can't guarantee they'll be here in the future, but they tend to stick around a little bit more than the magical weaponry and things like that.
Cool. Very good.
Anything on strength? Maybe?
Of course.
Yeah.
She holds up another one that is also 3,000 gold for strength.
I think they're all pretty much 3,000, aren't they?
Well, the ones that bump you up 2 points of one of your stats are 3,000 each. Yeah,
That's fair.
But each of those bump you up 2 points. Is strength, wisdom, charisma, all that jazz.
So, 2 points is a lot.
Is that 2 ability points or is it just 2?
2 points. So if you're at like Cornelius is currently, if he took the wisdom, I just had him up right now. He's at 13 wisdom. He'd go to 15 to a max of 20.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, there's some cool ones. There's some cool Ioun Stones out there.
You say max of 20.
Max of 20, correct.
Got it. Okay.
I can't go over that. If you are like 19, your 2 points would only take you up to 20.
Correct.
So, sadly. Can you split one of those stones in half? Like, cut it and then like take one piece and have the
Not
other piece?
quite how that works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, I guess we're good here then. I think do we want to go down the road to a cheaper establishment to find a bow that's kind of reasonable? Is that what you want to do, or what else we need while we're out? Any milk?
When do we have to come back to that list? Tomorrow? A couple days?
Give me a day or two.
Okay.
I want to go through and see what we need. Like I said, we have
Sure.
We do enchantments. We make potions. We do all these things on a la carte basis. So I need to go back and see what we are short on. So give me a day or two, and
Okay.
I'll get you a list of things that we need, and you can come upon them on your regular journeys. You can go hunt them down yourself and get back here sooner, whichever. But yeah, give me a couple days.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Pleasure doing business with you.
We didn't actually buy anything. We just traded one thing for another. But yes,
Still business.
still business.
Still
And
business.
Well, I
when
mean, what we
when
do
you
know
want us
is
back for those for that list. We're very interested in.
and we already
Oh.
just asked that. Literally got that information like 2 minutes ago.
Sorry,
Okay,
I'm mute for a
moving
second.
on.
All right. You good?
Yep.
We're good? Cool beans. Are you just looking for a regular armory then for a longbow or a short bow?
Yeah.
Okay. Easy
Yeah,
enough
I'm
to
about to
find.
get rid of this longsword.
Yeah, for sure. Easy enough to find. You find a armor next to a blacksmith that you've walked by a couple times as you're walking through the market district, and you walk in and you are greeted by a rather boisterous half-orc individual. He's got two fangs coming up from the jutting up from the bottom of his jaw. Has long, kind of scraggly hair, but is dressed like you would expect an armorer to be dressed in. Pretty nice leathers. Well, not nice leathers, but kind of decent looking leathers, like they've seen a little bit of battle, but expensive leathers. And he says, "Hey, welcome. What can I do for you?"
Well, hello. We're looking to sell this long sword for my friend and possibly a bow.
Okay. So looking for a little bit of trade, I see. All right. Well, we do a little bit of bartering ourselves from time to time. Bring me your longsword.
Matt,
Takes a
Okay. Yep. Sorry.
Takes a look at
Sorry,
it.
I was on mute. Yeah.
Oh, no problem.
it happens.
Takes a look
It's
at
not.
it.
It's not the +1. It's just the regular, not enchanted.
I figured.
Performance anxiety.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to be clear. All right.
The orc puts it in his back pocket and pulls out a little magnifying glass and puts it up to his eye and holds the sword by the handle and kind of moves up and down, kind of analyzing the blade, kind of turns it over both sides and says, "Yeah, this has seen some battles, I can tell. What do you clean this on the regular?"
Oh, of course.
Okay. Well, it's certainly seen some battle. It's not out of the realm of potential. I think for this one, I'll give you 5 gold for the longsword.
I was thinking more along the lines of 10.
Well, you do realize I need to make a lot of work on this to get it to actually be sellable. So this is 5 gold, not counting the time and labor that I'll need to put into this to make it a sellable longsword.
Well, I don't think it has as much use as you may think. I did purchase it, or it was gifted to me. Sorry. But I
About
don't think I
5
could part
gold
with
and
it.
a bow. 5 gold and a bow. Does that seem like a deal?
That seems
Yeah.
like a worse deal, actually.
Well, for us, it's not.
It seems like a deal for someone here, but not the
Okay.
person selling the things.
Well,
Steve,
Supply and demand
know.
seems a little
can we,
weird here.
Steve, kind of to subtly cast mending on the on the thing, and
Well, I can
Nice.
appreciate that.
Nice.
Well, I can
It's gone up to
appreciate
6 gold
a
at least
simple
now, right?
mending spell. If you think that I don't do that to all of my weapons before I fine tune them and hone them. You are mistaken. I appreciate you saving me the time for that, though. But
Okay, time.
I can't say that does not change my mind.
just trying
5
to
gold for the long sword.
Well, I'm not given any room to persuade, so I guess I'll just take the 5 gold and part with the longsword.
5 gold it is. Bumps you up to 41 gold pieces.
Yeah, I'm rich.
Rich bitch.
Rich bitch.
He's picking up the tab next time.
indeed.
That's a lot of sandwiches for 5 gold. Let's not deny
So
it.
how much for a long bow or even a short bow?
Well, depends on what are you looking to do? How long a distance are you looking for? Short bows are going to get you. You're going to want to be about 80 feet at least away. Longbow, however, you're going to want to be about 150 feet away to truly let the thing soar.
Steve isn't super. He's not the best bowman yet. He is acquiring his bow prowess.
So short?
So he's gonna start with a short bow because
Okay.
staying within
My-
shorter distances seems to be more and something.
Might want to try crossbow if you suck.
scary.
Yeah, may I ask
Point and click, baby.
why you wouldn't go for a crossbow? Say a hand crossbow of some sort. It's much more capable in close quarters combat. You see, you carry a mace yourself. It seems as though you're in the thick of things more often than not. Why not? If you're interested in ranged, why not a specially crafted hand crossbow of some sort?
Crossbow.
That's
Not
actually, that's what,
if your dream is a short bow, do not let me knock you off that horse. But if I may, as an armorer, speaking to you, seeing the surroundings, a hand crossbow may be what you're looking for.
I like this guy.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Steve looks
Maybe.
down and understands he can mend a crossbow just as easily as he can mend anything else. It would, you can forge bits and stuff for it, and it can shoot bits and bobs. Sure. How much for a crossbow? For a hand crossbow?
Hand crossbow. I have one here. It's I have yet to get to it. The crossbows do take a little bit more time with the intricacies of things, a little bit more delicate than a standard blade. So I do have a hand crossbow I have not yet gotten to. I could probably part with this for about 40 gold pieces. If you're looking for a true handcrafted, well done one that I've worked on myself and pride myself in my work, I can get this for you. It's going to be about 60 gold pieces.
Steve is a craftsman himself. He understands the ways of crafting and forges. And he looks down. He shows the armor his hammer, and says, like, we come from the same cloth, sir. I trust I trust your craftsmanship on the on the best one you have, and 50 gold pieces for a fellow forger, and you will and you have a deal.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
Now, how are you doing there? Let's find out.
I definitely said 60.
Right? This guy seems like he don't mess around. So.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's rough, dude.
Ooh.
While I can definitely recognize the skill of another craftsman, I must remain firm at 60.
That's fine. I will give you 60 gold. Damn. That's
Throw in some bolts for
I'm
good measure.
proficient in. I can make my own bolts.
Yeah, that's right. You do need some bolts as well, but those I'll toss in 5 for free for you.
Much obliged, sir.
Nice.
Do you have any?
You have a hand crossbow.
Any random
And-
pieces of scrap metal that I could use to craft my own bolts in the future?
That's the way this works. I don't know.
You know, just he's got a bag and just some slag and stuff.
I tend to use this myself. I haven't broken it down and molten it down into anything, but if you want it, I could part with it for
2 gold?
let's make it 5.
Sounds like 3.
Sounds like you're gonna enjoy the bolts I give you.
Fair enough. Steve slides his hammer back into the sheath on his leg.
Yeah, that hammer didn't come in handy, did it?
Nope.
He does give you a pack of 12 crossbow bolts.
Nice.
There we go.
Do you have any other maybe higher quality crossbows?
What types do you mean?
I just bought the highest quality one, didn't I?
Sure.
You bought a hand crossbow, which is again quite fine. You will enjoy that. It will do you quite well. Again, close combat, jump away, shoot, continue backing up. It's good. Short bow, long bow, not good. Hand crossbow, great. What kind of crossbow are you looking for? As he moves his attention over to Ballandor.
Well, I have myself a crossbow, and I fashioned a Lovett. I was hoping to see if I could get what it's a little bit more powerful than my current crossbow.
You're looking for one that's a little bit more oomph to it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not one to enchant things, if you couldn't tell. But I know some folks that could get you a little bit more oomph on what you shoot.
Okay.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
A little bit more boom,
Yeah.
if you will. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. A little bit more boom.
Okay. Give me the evening. And I do need a little bit of down payment first.
Okay, how much we talking here, Bubba?
It's gonna be a gold per bolt.
Okay.
Understand that these things, you're not gonna want to be near them when they go off.
Is that the total price, or is that the down payment for the bolt?
That will be the total price. I'll take half now.
Gotcha.
Okay. I will take 20 of them.
20, all right. 10 gold now, 10 gold later. And you'll have yourself 20 explosive bolts.
What's
how about
the range on those? Like, how far away does Lloyd need to be away from them when you shoot them towards him?
He means the radius.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, you'll have to see.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
We don't know yet.
We'll do some. We'll
So
do
I'm
some
gonna-
testing
Don't know
with
yet.
Steve. So-
I'm gonna
There's gonna have to be some testing.
I'm gonna go ahead and just give him all 20 gold and be like, I trust you. It's like I trust you.
All right. And while rude of me to begin with, I did not introduce myself. I'm Erickson. If you ever need anything again, trust has been gained with these exchanges today, sirs. And if you should ever need anything, Erickson is your armorer.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Erickson.
Come back
I'd give you
around this
3 out of
time
5
tomorrow.
stars.
Do we have a team name yet? I mean, I'm
No,
not
we haven't
sure.
figured that out yet.
All right, just checking.
Come back about sunrise tomorrow, before the day gets busy, and we'll have those for you.
Thank you, Erickson. I much appreciate it.
Much appreciated on your end too. Anything else I can do for you?
That's it.
All right. Well, let me get back with my my contacts, and I will see you in the morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll sleep in a little bit. I mean, it's gonna be like late morning. So
All right.
I put my gold minus in the chat.
Yep, I got you. Your gold should be updated. Appreciate that. The lack of math I have to do when I am 3 bourbons deep is really appreciated.
Anytime.
No, we like bourbon math with Brian,
I bet.
Depends on the bourbon.
especially when we're buying things.
I bet.
Worked out well for us in the future. All right, cool. I know.
While this was happening, Cornelius was looking through his bag. And realized that he stole, has some constellation maps from previous adventure. Is there anything in the area that would be a map or
Cartographer.
interested in celestial maps?
You'll have to ask around. Why don't you do that's very specific. How about an
Very.
investigation check for me?
Yeah.
Ooh.
17. You ask around. You not many people know of many cartographers around here. There is one that you went to, or that people directed you to. They're more interested in Exandria itself than star maps and constellations and things like that. You don't really find too many folks interested in that side of things.
Okay. I'll keep them in my bag for later.
Mm-hmm. All right. And it's about this time you've been wandering through the city a bit. You had some libations. Things start to calm down a lot. The sun has set. The promenade where you are doing your shopping and doing your market visits has closed down more or less. You see people locking up their shops and things like that. So it appears to be the end of the day.
How about we go get some sleep over at... Chitana has rooms, right? Have we slept there before?
Yeah, you have a set of rooms there. You
Yeah.
have always on.
Oh, always have rooms?
Sweet.
What's up?
Oh yeah, we're team number one.
We're
You just
peoples.
want to admit to it. Okay?
Jitana sets her butchers up quite well.
We're the
Team
people.
number one. Team A even.
So yeah, I'd say we have a drink, go to sleep.
All right.
I guess
Yeah, Lloyd agrees. He looks around, thinking he might join a card game, but he's like, nah, I guess I'm good. I'll maybe next time.
Yeah, if there's nothing else with the group, I would hole up in the room and sit down with my spell book for a couple of
Nice.
spells.
Yep, we are safe.
All right. Yeah, you are safe. What you're going to be recording some spells from
Yeah,
the where are we at on the tracking of those? Because it's basically a day a level, right?
so it's 2 hours per spell level, and it's 50 gold also. If it's an evocation, since that's my school, then it's half of that, but these ones are not that.
Okay.
And,
So what how much are you doing and for what spells?
Yeah, I'm only going to do one tonight.
Okay.
And it is the Armor of Agatha. Or Agathis.
Agathis. Armor of Agathis. All right.
A cool one.
And yeah, so that's, it'll take 2 hours, and then I'll reduce my gold by 15.
All right. Yeah. Level 1 abjuration. All righty.
Hell yeah. Shit's awesome.
And you have that in your wizarding book. So I will remove the scroll.
Yep.
Or did you get rid of it? Where's that?
No,
Hold on.
it's still in there.
Still in there? I missed it. I was clicking on the wrong thing. All right. And you said you already took 50 gold out, or you're good?
did.
You need me to do it. You did? Okay. Good deal. All right. Anything else anybody else wants to do?
I did attune to my new ring, right?
Yeah. You just gotta
So
click
make sure that
click the attunement little nodule next to it so it tracks.
Okay.
All right. Nobody else?
Not seeing the ring in my inventory yet, but unless I'm looking in the wrong spot.
What ring was this supposed to be?
The
from
one that
Steve?
it's the invisibility.
Oh, the ring of invisibility. I gotcha. Transition it over.
Yeah, that's fine.
There you go.
Press
It's
this,
swapped now.
press it.
There you go. All right. Well, if there's nothing else going on, there you go.
Yep.
I'm going to give you that grants you invisibility, right?
Yeah, how long does that last for? Like, I guess I don't know the...
Invisible until the ring is removed, until you attack or cast a spell, or until you use a bonus action to become visible again. So anything you are wearing or carrying is invisible with you.
Gotcha.
So you'd be invisible for a long ass time.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Hey, is the hand bow a simple weapon?
A hand crossbow?
My hand crossbow is it a simple?
It's a martial ranged weapon.
So it's a martial weapon. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Awesome.
Yep.
That means I can give it Blessing of the Forge.
There you
go. That is cool.
All right. All right. So anything else? Are we good?
I'm good.
We good?
I'm
Yeah,
good.
Broadus is too
Ready
broke to
to,
do anything else.
See what Jatana's got next for us.
I'm
I guess we gotta go
good.
pick up our supplies from
I'm gonna pick up my crossbow, bolts.
the bolts, but I'm not sure that we're ready to go back to Gilbert yet, or the place.
Yeah, Gilmore's is not ready yet
I need another.
because your DM is
player.
not ready yet. So you'll get it.
What? You're kidding me? In the background, you haven't been
I don't
figuring
have
all
a
this shit out.
list of magical fucking items to put together for you. No, I don't. But next session, come on back.
We'll just pick
I
anything
love
up
that.
as we go.
I know.
That's gonna take
Unbelievable.
1 to 2 days.
But I mean,
What a
it's already
2
used to
shit.
wait to
days.
see-
Yeah. If it
You
was
know,
one day,
that's-
all right. Here's the DM speak. If it's one day, you're getting explosive bolts back that don't exist that I just created. So those you're getting the same day. But the
Can't wait
fucking
to
like
test those out.
gizzard of some fucking cockatrice that's in the middle of the goddamn nowhere. No, I don't have that yet. You're gonna get that next session.
But what about like some baddies or some people that we need to like rough up or steal some shit from?
Yeah, I could pull some shit out of my
Why not?
ass, but that's not quite what that's not the level I'm at right now.
Okay, just saying that if that's on the
That's,
table.
you're gonna be. It's Dungeons and Dragons. You're fighting some shit. Get something. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
cool.
I just don't know what shit you're fighting yet to get that
Cool,
something.
Cool.
So
Gotta fuck dragon. Cool.
maybe you don't know. You don't know.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. Man.
Bard.
Whatever it takes. All right.
We got our bolts. I guess we'll go back to Jushana and see what work she's got for us.
Well, you don't
now.
have your bolts. You don't have your bolts just yet, but because I have not transitioned them over, but I will right now. Gonna do that conversation with Erickson again, but let me find him because I'm a dumbass and I closed out of what my.
Yeah, I guess Valdor could go have some bro time with him. potentially.
Explosive.
I mean, here's the thing. Like,
Bolts.
I'm super stoked for these bolts.
Oh yeah,
and
man.
I was really only going to see if I get a more powerful bow, but these bolts are fucking 10 times better.
That'll be fun. Yeah, we'll have
I
to
mean,
do some testery. with
Whatever
at least
makes your bow
our
more
next fight.
powerful, whether it's the bolts or if it's it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
This ammunition packs a wallop. A creature hit by the ammunition must succeed on a DC 12 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. They also take an additional 4d4 fire damage upon hit or half damage on a successful save.
Hell yeah. Love these crossbow bolts.
There you go. Had to do it under the cover of dawn because these. He knows a guy. Erickson knows a guy.
He knows the guy.
He knows a guy. So there you go. Explosive bolt. 20 of them in your inventory, sir.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Very welcome. All right. Now, back at Chitana's kitchen. Sitting down, everybody's having some water, maybe some milk for the morning rather than having liquor, you animals.
That's actually not the case for Cornelius.
It's just
Drinks
housing
like a
liquor
fish.
right now.
He's drinking a beer for sure.
Mm.
Oh wow! All right. I refilled my flask for sure. So
I don't blame you. After the jobs you guys have done, I'd probably drink a lot too.
Very selective.
Never
of
stop.
mine.
Chitana comes out and she says, "Boys, definitely been reading this journal, and I think I'm gonna have to make an introduction for you that's could be interesting for you. It'll be entertaining for me when you get back, certainly. But let's say the gentleman that I'm going to introduce you to, eclectic is certainly a word that could be used. He'd laugh in his own special way if he knew I described him as such, but an acquired taste would definitely be how I would describe him. He goes by the very humble name of the Archivist. And boys, let me tell you, he is a unique individual. But he is also somebody who probably can do something with this. So, I've written a note. It's in the sleeve. He and I have done business together before.
Yeah.
And he'll know who it's from once you come and you mention my name.
Yeah, just a question though. Last time we did this, they wanted something for, their effort. Do we have some payment for this guy to do our note reading or whatever you're asking him to do with the note, or do we have to do a task for this guy? I'm just curious because I want to make sure I know what we're going into, so we're well prepared.
I completely understand your concerns, Lloyd.
Right.
This gentleman is more interested in the knowledge gained rather than any sort of gold award, and this is quite a unique journal you have here. Literally, the handwritten notes of a deceased necromancer. He's going to jump at the opportunity to read it. So
we're using deceased in quotes, right?
Right.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, deceased with quotes that have been erased, more or less. Yes.
All right. We're good to go then, I guess.
Yeah.
Just
bring
make
it to
sure.
him, and he will. He'll talk with you about it. See what we can do next. She hands you the journal, Lloyd, since you've been the one talking the most. Hands you the journal, and announces that she expects you all back for dinner. She is going to be making her pot roast for the evening, and wants to ensure that everybody has a hearty meal for the evening.
Right.
So
good to know.
Call me anything but late for dinner, Jatana.
She laughs a hearty laugh and goes back through the swinging doors to the kitchen. So she tells you the archivist is in a nondescript part of the promenade. There's no signs for it. There's no garish colors to it. It's actually wedged between a baker and a keysmith, and they have standard signs out front, but there is a somewhat tattered looking door painted a dullish red color that sits between those two entrance doors of those buildings, and you go into there and you will be where the archivist is. And so it gives you this very specific direction, and after a while of walking through the promenade, you're able to find this very, very nondescript door. There's really nothing much to it. In fact, it's probably been passed by thousands upon thousands of people over the course of a week without anybody actually paying it any attention, let alone going in. Then you go in. You enter the door. It's dark. It's musty. It smells of not a super strong mildewy smell, but like if you can imagine a humid library would smell. That's about what it would smell like. As though like the books are just a second away from just like falling apart. So you walk in, and the first thing that catches your eye is the disarray that this place is in. It is a very, very unkempt place, and it's kind of surprising knowing that Jatana and her the way she does business, like why she would do business with this type of a person. It doesn't make too much sense to you, but as you're walking through, Lloyd and Steve, with your passive perceptions, you notice that you're walking by these stacks and stacks of books. It's like individual towers of books, kind of like not necessarily leaning, but they are not straight at all. With your passive perception, though, as you're walking by, you notice that there is some semblance of order to them. It's you'll have all of the A's titled books starting with A's, and then suddenly it'll be like O's. All of the O's are then above all of the A's, stacked on top of the A's, and it doesn't. B comes after A, then C. Like O is the 15th letter of the alphabet, not the second. Like, why the hell are O's with it? But all the O's are right there, and it doesn't. It's like a hoarder tried to organize their shit. Is basically how this place looks.
So Lloyd is a little disgusted,
Yeah.
and also annoyed with his ADHD going and just wanting to throw the books in the right places. So he's just gonna keep walking until he finds somebody and say, "Hey, anybody home? This place kind of stinks. We're here to just chat if you got time. Whoever owns this place."
And it kind of echoes in there. It seems like while the door is nondescript, the inside of the place is massive, and its ceilings go up probably about 15-20 feet. Some of the stacks of books don't necessarily touch the ceiling, but certainly tower above your heads, to the point you're not quite sure how they got up there. And when you shout, it echoes in the room, and kind of bounces oddly against all of the different stacks of books. And
creepy.
You suddenly hear a voice. "Yes, I'll be right there."
Okay.
And you see coming, kind of moving from one side of the room through various pillars of books to another is a hunched old man, balding human male, scraggly beard, really, really wiry looking, gray hairs, liver spots on his face, very thick glasses. As I said, kind of hunched over with a little bit of a hunch on his back at this point because of how long he's been hunched over. And he looks up at you and walks up directly to you, Lloyd, because you're the one who said something, but you have no idea how he knows you're the one who said something.
Right.
Walks up directly to you, awkwardly, about a couple inches from your body. He stands probably about, if he was unhunched, he'd probably be about 5 feet tall. With the hunch, he's about 4'6", something like that, 4'8". He just looks up at you, and he says, "Yes, what can I do for you?"
Well, first off, nice place. We were told to seek you out. Here is a note from our employer. I guess you've worked with her before. And
he snatches the note out of your hand and he just reads it. Yes, Tana.
Right.
Haven't thought of her in quite some time, but I am familiar.
Does he seem friendly, or is he kind of
perception
grumpy? After finding out it's Jatana, I'm like, okay, is this guy gonna be cool? I don't know. Let's see, perception. Okay. Not the best.
He seems like a weird old man, and you were reminded that Jatana says he is eclectic and an acquired taste, and you're getting every bit of that.
I don't know that the taste is what I like because the smell is not great. So, gonna just pull out the book that I have and kind of set it down next to him and kind of back up a little bit.
He takes it from your hand, kind of snatches it, very similar to how he snatched the note, and he looks back. He looks at it. This appears to be a personal notebook of some sort. I imagine if Jatana sent you, and he looks kind of over the top of his glasses, as though he's kind of judging you a little bit. As I assume that if Jatana sent you, that it is of some sort of import. Let me leaf through it real quickly. And he takes it and he kind of opens it and scrolls. Interesting. Necromancy. Yes, that's trade one does not come across very frequently, especially one who appears to have been dead themselves. Fascinating. Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I do believe I will take this on. Follow
Cool.
me. And he
Cool,
turns
okay.
around and he starts to kind of walk away.
All right. Yeah, I guess we'll follow because we want to get back for some roast beef, and hopefully this will be nice and quick. So.
He walks. He doesn't pay any heed to you at all. He haphazardly said, "Follow me," and strolls into the back end of the room, and he effortlessly weaves around all of the stacks of books.
Am I
That's
being heard?
you are being heard right
Right.
now. Yes, you are.
Christ, sorry about that, guys.
You're fine.
Now you are.
He effortlessly scoots past all the stacks of books. You notice his face is buried in the journal itself. And he comes to a back bookshelf, and he casually scrapes his hand across a row of books, and then taps on 3 indistinct ones, and the wall opens up, kind of twists to the side, and he walks through. And as he walks through, his face is still in the book. He says, you have 5 seconds until this wall closes. And he walks on through.
We're
Sprinting.
Yeah.
Definitely
And
moving up.
you make it. All of you that are in the back are like, oh shit. You hear that roar as this thing starts to shut, and it's just and you're suddenly in a place that does not smell musty.
Okay.
It smells cool and crisp, as though you walked into a freezer of some sort. It's not freezing cold, but it just has that crispness about
dry.
it.
Okay.
A little dry, yeah.
Dry, chill.
And this place is much more put together. This is a library style, where there's just rows and rows of books lining the walls. A very, very large set of stairs that slides along poles that are in the middle of the that are kind of wrap around the entirety of the room, so he can get to the different levels of the library. He walks inside and goes to a desk that has a lamp over it and has a light shining down on the desktop. It's at about probably like a 75-degree angle, something like that. He pops the book down and pulls up a chair and sits down at it, and takes off a pair of glasses and puts on somehow an even thicker pair of glasses and looks at it and says, This is very interesting. Yes. Necromancy is not something that you hear about every day. So when it tends to come about, it's either a lie, or it's the truth. There really is no in between. You either have the fools that believe something is going on around them, and it turns out that they've had too much drink or smoke or something like that, or you have someone who has actually raised the dead. And it appears that this is the latter of those two things, and this appears that this truly is the latter of those two things. This is fascinating. Where exactly did you get this?
Oh, just lying around in a crypt or something. that we definitely didn't let somebody loose from.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure. By that comment, you did not let anything out of any sort of crypt.
Right.
Right.
Should we tell him the name of who we got this from?
It's the only
Might-
way that maybe we can right our wrongs.
His
If
name was
there's money in it.
Tiresome Belloir. Does that name ring a bell? No pun.
Not really.
He was
It's
tiresome, that's for sure.
It may. Is that the one that you did not let out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll probably hear of him at some point anyways, but either way, it doesn't ring a bell for me. But certainly seems as though he has a cadre of companions that also like to partake in fighting our mortality, which is a unique way of looking at necromancy, considering you're raising people who have already lost theirs. Yes. Interesting.
Oh yeah. Whatever you want us to do with this thing, we're interested in what you think its worth is or value, maybe.
Well, I will need some time to look over this and study its potential. Give me a few minutes. Why don't you look around here and give me a few minutes to look into this a little bit more closely.
Gotcha. All right.
What do we see when we look around?
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of in a special area now, right?
Books.
Yeah, this
Good question.
this place is quite interesting. It is this library is it's not massive, but it you feel that this place is probably housing some interesting shit to it, considering that the entrance is pretty much a front. You've gathered at this point in time. Like, nobody's ever gonna walk through all those columns of books to get back to what's back here. Get past the smell, get past the awkwardness, get past the clutter. There's probably some interesting shit back here.
I'm still not past the awkwardness, actually. Just saying.
Oh no, that awkwardness is built in. It's just this is the first room is definitely not what actually is contained there. So, but yeah, one of the interesting things that you noticed as you came in, again, Brogger and Steve, the doorway
Brogger?
that he, or sorry, not Brogger, Lloyd.
Oh,
Who the
shit!
fuck's Brogger?
Oh yeah, that's right. You got to
Lloyd
do
is-
the recap next time.
He's the ghost at the top.
He's the ghost. Yeah, he's the ghost at the top.
All right, Lloyd's here. Don't worry.
Lloyd, you notice that as he was adjusting the bookshelf, as he was moving his fingers down and tapping on the various books, you heard a number of mechanical latches unlocking, as though multiple traps, at least more than one trap, was being disarmed through the method he was using to unlock it. So what's kept back here is under more than lock and key, more or less.
Yeah.
As you walk around, there are a couple different glass cases of things, and one of them catches your eye because it's so off-putting that you can't put words to it, really. But it appears to be three pieces of carved skin
Oh.
Okay.
that has some sort of scrawlings on it that you can't make heads or tails of. that the ink seems to be written in, it seems to be like a blood red type ink has been carved into this. But that seems to be not necessarily a centerpiece in this room, but it is certainly it's certainly a piece that draws the attention because it is under paned glass, and has a light spell underneath it to illuminate the glass to show you what's inside.
Very cool.
Yeah. So we can't touch the book because it's
Well, it's not even a book.
this.
It's individual
of-
pages, 3 individual.
And-
Well, I mean, it's not even really pages. It's literally what appears to be pieces of skin that have been peeled and carved into.
Gross.
So Lloyd's gonna not get too close to that. Is it? But there's like writing on it, I guess.
Yeah, and you have no idea what it says. It's blood red ink. It seems like the it's not like paper thin stuff. Like we're talking like this is like 1/4 inch thick stuff. So the stuff is like carved into the skin.
And is it like locked? Like, is it locked away exactly?
Make an investigation check if you're interested in finding out.
We haven't stolen anything in a while.
Yeah,
even
I
though
mean,
it's
what's it
gross.
written in? Do we know what it's written in?
You could make an investigation check as well if you'd like to find out.
All right, yeah, we're all peeking at this gross shit. We're just
Or
wanting
just
to
see
know
if
what it
you
is.
see if you know it.
Where is investigation? There it is. I have a strong +0, so
Investigation for Valandor to find out what it is written in. You have never seen anything like this type of script before. It doesn't even seem like it's script. It is a series of squiggly lines, various shapes that have been drawn, various points that have been carved into the skin. It's like it has a sense of linguistic to it, but as though someone who doesn't understand how a language is supposed to go began to write something is the best way you can describe it. It doesn't, like, you've seen other languages before. There's other languages that you know, and you've seen other languages that you can't that you don't know the meaning behind it, but you can at least gravitate towards this makes sense. This one doesn't make sense at all. Lloyd, this is under an actual lock.
Okay.
At least a visible lock, at least one lock. So
well, we're just gonna leave it alone. I mean, it's gross. We don't really need it for anything. I mean, the most I would do is maybe ask the guy about it if it's, when he's done doing his thing. Yeah, I think we'll hang on to that one until he's done. But I mean, great to keep us busy for a little bit while he, helps us. Gross. And there's 3 of them, right? Are they all in the same case, or are they in separate cases?
side by side, yep. And it seems as though this the skin that's been carved it's like different thicknesses and things like that. So they're not all of like equal thickness, equal size, shape, all that sort of stuff. It just seems like whatever was short off is what was used.
All right. What do you guys think? Is this creepy enough for us, or do we need to go find some creepier things while we're here?
Might as well keep poking around.
All right. And keep
else
looking
we have?
around.
Time to kill. Yeah, let's look around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around any books that look interesting other than the skin?
We always appreciate good skin, but
I'll always appreciate good skin. Give me some skin.
Mhm.
There are other books that are quite interesting here. There is an interesting compendium on the various giants of the world and the various treasures that they can hide. There are a number of books about the dragons of Exandria and the status of each one of those, and it appears it appears that this one has been used quite a bit. The spine is somewhat tattered, but as you pull it down, you don't notice any alarm bells going off or anything. You look down at the archivist, and he's still down at his desk. You kind of piece through it, and it seems like this has been used quite a bit. The spine is pretty rough and worn, but you notice that there are a lot more dragons than you thought in the world. In the world of Exandria, and the dangers of each. It's a pretty interesting read. As you're going through and looking at these various things, the archivist says, "All right, I've done at least a tertiary glance at what this is, and I've found something I thought might be somewhat interesting for you." He stands up and he walks over to another book. He takes out one book, brings it with him, walks over to another shelf, grabs another book, and carries it with him until he has 5 books in a stack. And he says, "You mentioned this individual's name was Lord Tiresome Belivar. Well, I had not heard of him. The Order of the Ochre Eye came up, and his name happened to be attached to it. I had forgotten his name until that came. So it appears that he has been partnering with a number of necromancers, or necromancy adjacent, if you will. I have some information on each one of them. Again, thought these were fables, but the appearance of this journal in my hand seems to be it seems as though they are not fables. Where to start? You mentioned that there is well, it mentions in the book, at least. It mentions in the book of an automaton of some sort. I'm assuming that you saw it.
We did. It was big. I even took some scribbles of the sigils.
Oh, did you? Fascinating. I would love to see those when we are done here today. That, I believe, comes from an individual named Grail the Tinkerer. For an individual who is interested in everlasting life. They are interested in doing so through soul transference to machines and building themselves through machines. So I believe that is one of the individuals of this Provocatoris Mortalitatis group. The next is an individual from the Fey realm, Pacius. An individual that does not seem to be evil or conniving at first, but everything from the Fey realm always has an ulterior motive. Pacius is one that looks through everlasting life through the rebirth of the seasons. Read about this individual, looks quite like a fawn herself. And then the last two are quite disturbing if they are true. There's an individual named Umog, the Cave Master. He is looking for everlasting life through fungal spread.
Ew.
Fungal spread?
Fungal.
Like
Okay.
Mushrooms,
crimson
think.
the
How,
stuff on the bottom of the forest.
How close do you think he is getting to that, given what you've found in there?
Umog is an ancient being. The fact that it is interacting with someone, with another group, is concerning to say the least. And the final is somewhat nebulous in its creation, but in its existence, really. It's only known in the stories I have heard as the Desolate Grim. And it is looking for everlasting life through possessions and parasitic union.
Sounds, nice.
Right. These 5 appear to be a group of some sort that are... I'm not sure yet. Either way, other people looking to break the mortal from the mortality. At least their own. So, I'll need more time to research this. This journal certainly gives me a bit more understanding.
There, I think, we might want to be able to help capture and or get him back into a place he can't escape. Is there anything in the book that would help us or help, the ogre folks to do that?
Well, unfortunately, I believe the lifeline that the Order put together is no more, and I doubt Mr. Belivar will be falling for that a second time. I'll need to understand, as with most things that have visited this plane from the afterlife, it could be as simple as a blade to it, a magical blade to it, but it's what you have to carve through beforehand that could get dicey.
Like, what do you mean carve through?
Well,
what do you mean? Yeah,
gotcha. The room of people that we had to carve through.
Maybe slightly better rolls than that ones. Yeah, we know. We'll do better, hopefully.
Right.
Hopefully. Any idea where he might be gone? After his accidental releasement.
I haven't the slightest.
Okay. Yeah.
My tertiary review of this journal will require more time to understand more of this individual and be able to state with some semblance of certainty of where he is off to.
All right, well, we'll be back then, I guess.
I would agree with that.
So how do we get out of here exactly if we're, done talking, per se? Oh, wait, what about this thing you got?
What's up with this dragon book?
Yeah, there's some, skin or something in the thing here with some writing on it. Looks really gross.
2 different things. Which?
I'm pretty sure it's brief about your little display of written on skin here. So what you got going here, just out of curiosity?
Oh, you found that, did you? It wasn't very well hidden.
No. Right here, actually, in the front of everybody. Right in the case displayed.
Oops.
Yes, it is a goal of mine to collect all the pieces of that. Oh. I do believe there are more out there than just this, but
okay.
This is what I believe to be known as the Tome of the Lemure. It is something that was written by a mindless creature that was one of the most intelligent individuals of their time before they made an unfortunate pact with the devil.
Yeah, I mean, skin writing is usually not good, so...
Do you know what language this is written in, or is it just scribbly gook?
That is the interesting thing. This scribbledy-gook, as you may put it,
That's what it is, yeah.
is what do you know about devils?
I mean, they sound scary.
Yeah, I don't
Well-
think we know much, to be honest.
There's a hierarchy to devils. They are evil. No doubt about that, but they are a lawful bunch, and there is a hierarchy in how they operate. You start out at the lowest level of devil as a writhing mass of flesh and fat and skin called a lemure. You're mindless. It's a horrible, horrible way to spend eternity.
Does a mindless being write a book that is so important?
Well, it's the story that led to that being in the first place that's fascinating. I noticed that you adventurers happen to have some potions upon you. Isn't that right?
Got a couple of those, yeah.
Have you ever heard the story of the individual that created those potions?
Bought them
No.
from a store, so we're assuming that the dude we bought them from may have made them or something.
Yes, but I am talking about the originator
Oh,
of
No.
the magical potion.
we don't
I
think.
would,
too
I would
hard
love
about
to hear
things.
that story.
Yeah.
Well, then I am happy to tell you. But that'll be next time.
That will be next. We are out of time.
Mm.
All right, what you need? A day or two? We back tomorrow same time? I mean,
I mean,
How
you
you
did say a day or two for the list, so
and what about that dragon book?
Sure.
Any interest in the dragon book?
That's the next session, man.
yeah.
Next session. You going on dragon hunts now?
I mean,
we did so
Our
well, yeah.
profession
never-
is, we never know what we'll be doing.
We don't
necessarily.
shy from dragon hunts. Let's
Look,
just say
we had
that.
a good dragon interaction the last time. Okay.
We
Just saying.
didn't die
We had
multiple
2.
times, which was impressive from dragons.
We had,
This is-
That's what I'm
we had
saying.
2 good dragon in
2. Yeah, there were.
We have
yeah,
not died.
Remember the other one that we
I mean,
managed to go away from.
I wish the rolls would say that this session's going to go the same way, but not feeling super confident.
We've had bad rolls, good rolls.
It's okay. It's okay. If we all die, we all die.
And
All right.
decreased surplus population of adventurers.
Increase the surplus population.
All right, I guess we're heading back to Jatana's, and then we'll be eating some dinner, and we're good to go.
Back into it.